All right, so I'm going to be going over for this lesson some of the stuff that you can be using along with your MPC for live performance. So for me, I'm primarily a vocalist alongside with being a drummer. So the MPC and vocal looper that I use is pretty much my standard go-to when I'm performing live. So the great thing about this machine, well, lots of things as you find out, but for right now, I'm really focused on the fact that you don't need to use a computer, and you can plug in, any piece of audio gear that you want into the audio inputs in the back of the machine. So for me, I'll use a vocal looper. It's the TC Helicon Voice Live Touch is the one that I use, and I absolutely love it. It's great for the fact that you can use effects on it as well, like delay and reverb. You can dial that in to get your vocal sounding really good. And it is, a looper as well. It plugs in directly into MIDI in the back of the MPC, and I can sync the harmonies that I loop and create along with the beat. And it's so handy because I can, create just a lot of good harmonies and have it just be perfectly in sync with the beat through MIDI. Another thing that you can do is have any keyboard or stringed instrument plugged in directly into the audio input in the back. And, that really opens it up for basically any instrumentation that you want to be performing live along with your MPC. So say you could have, just like drums and bass going on the MPC as a sequence. And if you're a keyboard player, then you just play the keyboard live along with your beat that you have with the MPC. Another thing that I like to do is I have a little MIDI controller. It's the MPK Mini, and it's just a little very lightweight 25 key MIDI controller. And with that, plug it into the USB in the back, and then it gives you the control to be able to use some of the onboard sounds that are with the MPC. And you can buy expansion packs to get different sounds if you don't like the options that it comes with. But it has some pretty decent stuff in the box that you could use, some synth sounds, some bass sounds, just different stuff like that will give you different options without having to lug around a bunch of different gear. So yeah, I'm going to be going over all that stuff in more detail as the lesson goes on, but that's the setup that I like to use and some of the options that you have there. All right, well, that was some of the gear that you could be using for your live performance, and for the next lesson, we're going to be learning how to set it up.